Okay, there we go. Hello and welcome back to Lock Lab 101. What I have for you today is a Hermex 6-pin with several anti-pick pins in it. And what we're going to do, we're going to impression a key so that by the end of it, we'll have a working key for this lock. Okay, and we don't have a key for this right now, so use lock. Okay, so I'm going to go through the steps and teach you how to do that. Alright, some of the tools we're going to use, we have the lock, obviously, we have the key, we have the file, the rat tail file, we have a pair of vice grips that we're going to use to hold the key in, piece of sandpaper, and this is 600 grit sandpaper. It doesn't have to be exactly 600, it can be more. We have a sight box here, and that has different colored LEDs, and you put the key in here like that, and then you look at it and you have different, and what you're looking for in this sight box is the impressions that we'll get on the key blade right here. We also have a torch, and what we're going to do with that, we're going to heat this key blade up to red hot, and it will anneal it, and it will make it softer so that when we start to impression in the keyway with the pins, it'll make little dimples in here where we'll file with this file. Another thing I have is a gauge here, and how I use this gauge, I put this gauge in here, and then I'll mark the key. I'll mark the key with a pen, and then I know as I'm filing to stay straight, and I'll just follow that line all the way down. Okay, so what helps us with this impressioning and using this gauge is this right here. Let me get situated. Okay, so I know that this lock has a quick set, a KW1 keyway, and I know that because, well, it fits, okay, and it's long enough. So I went ahead and I counted 6 pins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay. Alright, so we have 6 pins in this. And what I know just from research, like I've talked about before in my videos, research is so important, that the bitting, like the bitting, the depth of each cut on this Hermex is the same as a quick set. Okay, so when we talk about bitting, we're talking about the depth of the cut from, or actually it's what's left from the bottom of the key to the top of where the key blade, where it's cut right here. That's a bitting. It's also a key depth. So I have a chart here that I've laminated, and I probably shouldn't have laminated it so you can see it on video, but let's go to quick set. And this is part of a larger book. I just pulled a page out. Okay, so I know that in the Hermex, the one cut is, and these are all in millimeter. So the one cut is 8.4. The shallowest cut will be at 8.4 millimeters, and that's from the bottom of the key to the bottom of the, or to the shallowest cut. That'll be 8.4, and that goes all the way to of 4.8. The deepest cut in here will be 4.8 millimeters. Okay, so that kind of keeps me on track as well. So if I file down to 8 millimeters, the lock's not going to open. It's either needs to go to 7.8 or should not, or I should have stopped at 8.4 right here. So if I go to 5.8, which is in between the number 5 cut and the number 6 cut. Here's the number 5 cut, here's the number 6 cut. So if I'm at like 5.8, I either A, went too far, or B, haven't gone far enough. Okay. Another thing this tells me is over here is a Y measurement, and the Y measurement is in between one bitting or one cut in the, here, let me get this. Okay, it's in between one cut and another cut. Okay, and because we are working with a quick set knockoff, so to speak, we know that distance between one pin and another pin is 3.8 millimeters. All right, so I have a jig here, and as you can see, it says 3.8 millimeters. So the spacing between each one of these is 3.8 millimeters, and that's also how I want to have my marks on there to follow those filing cuts down. Okay. Additionally, we see that there's an X measurement here. So you have X here, come down to quick set, and that is 6.3. And that measurement is this measurement here, from the shoulder to the first pin. And that's why when I put this in here, I butt the shoulder up to here. Okay, and then I can tighten it down. And then I advanced it 6.3 millimeters right here. So right here, this is where pin 1 will sink down or will be cut down to. Based off of what key, I have many of these, and they're all different. So 4.2, and there's all kinds of them. Okay, I'll show you that kit probably in the next video. Okay, so though this is a brass key, it's still, I get it, brass is soft, but when we're trying to impression, we're not driving the pin into the key with a tremendous amount of pressure. Okay, so we need this as soft as possible. All right, how do we do that? Well, we anneal it. We do a little metallurgy. So what I'm going to do is, clamp on, use my little vice grips here, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my torch, and I'm going to just heat it. Okay, that's red hot, and I just let it cool now. So we've annealed this key, we've turned it red hot, let it cool down, and now what we're going to do is polish the blade. So I just come in here with a 600 grit sandpaper. Because what's going to happen is the pins are going to bite into this or impression a dimple into it, and then every place where there's a dimple, we're going to use the rat tail file, and we're going to file down. So now we do have a very shiny blade there. So we have a soft key blade, and we have a prepared key blade edge. Now what we need to do is draw the lines on here so we know where that bitting is going to come down to. in here, shoulder up against the side, and then straight. I'm just going to take this marker, I'm going to mark each one of these. And what that does is it gives us a key, so as we're filing these, we'll just come straight down those lines. Because it's real easy when you're impressioning, when you start filing, like you'll drift left or right, and sometimes you're filing in a spot where there's not even a pin. Okay, let's put a vise in here to hold the lock. We're gonna put the pins on the bottom. You can go either way though. Okay, now I'm going to put my little vice grips back on here. My point in all that is that key preparation is very important. Okay, so when we put this in, we're going to tension it, and then we're going to rock it up and down, pull it out, and we're going to look at where the dimples are. All right, let's go. So I'm holding the vise here, I'm going to tension it, and I'm going to rock up and down. Come out, and what I'm looking for now are little divots on this key blade. Okay, and the way I do that is with a magnified light box. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So hopefully I can get a... Okay, and this has different... Okay, right there, you can see them right there. Right there. Can't really see anything there. So like on the 1, 3, 5, and 6, we need a file. So the way we do that is 3 strokes every time. So 1, and as I'm filing it, I'm rotating the file. So that's kind of what we come up with. Okay, and then we do it again. Tension, tension, and I do that 3 or 4 times. Okay, you see those impressions? Okay, that's what we're looking for. All right, and we'll just continue to do that again and again. All right, let's try it again. Okay, without even the sight block, or without in the, we can tell already, like number 3. Okay, on number 3, right there, there's a pretty big divot. Let's put it in the sight box. All right, I'm going to clean 2, clean 3, and file on 4. This right here needs to be addressed because that could trap a pin in there, or that could trap a key. A pin could fall down in here and you wouldn't be able to get it out. So the way we do that is we take a flat file and we just shave off that peak. In between 4 and 5, still pretty aggressive, but we'll see. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's see there's still some cleaner up on this key. Okay, so now we have a working key here, and we can take some of this sandpaper again, and because there are a lot of like jagged edges on this, just kind of clean it up a little bit. Make sure that there's nothing on here that will trap a key. Okay, so right here, that's pretty steep, but I think we're all right. Boom. All right. That's what that final key looks like. Okay, that's all I have for you today. If you got anything out of this, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.